48 BC. The Library of Alexandria. The single greatest repository of human knowledge ever assembled. 700,000 scrolls. The works of Euclid, Archimedes, Eratosthenes. Maps of coastlines. Catalogues of stars. Medical texts. Philosophical treatises. Poetry that will never be written again. All of it stored in a marble building on the coast of Egypt. All of it about to burn. The head librarian is a man named Callimachus the Younger. Named after the legendary Callimachus who created the library's first catalog 2 centuries earlier. He is 61 years old. He has read more than any human alive. He speaks Greek, Egyptian, Persian, and enough Hebrew to argue about scripture. He has spent his entire life organizing human knowledge. Tonight, he is about to receive all of it. He finds them at midnight. A black rectangle, a laptop, and a white box with 2 antennae, a router, sitting on his desk as if they had always been there. Both are plugged into nothing. Both are powered. The laptop's screen glows with a blue login page. No password is required. The Wi-Fi signal reads 5 bars. Connected to a network that will not exist for 2,000 years. Callimachus touches the glowing surface. A page appears. White. Clean. With a single text field and a word he cannot read, Google. He does what any librarian would do. He searches for the Library of Alexandria. And the very first result, contains a sentence that stops his heart. The Library of Alexandria was destroyed by fire in 48 BC. He reads the article 3 times. His hands shake. The fire will come during Caesar's siege of the harbor. Roman soldiers will set fire to Egyptian ships. The flames will jump to the warehouses. And from the warehouses to the library. Accident, not intention. But the result is the same. 700,000 scrolls. Gone. And the date is this year. This month. Perhaps this week. He checks the battery. The laptop shows 94%. He has no idea what that means, but he understands the concept of a lamp running out of oil. He needs to work fast. He clicks. He reads. He scrolls. The internet opens before him like every ocean on Earth draining into a single bay. More knowledge than the library contains. More knowledge than every library ever built, combined. Available in an instant. Searchable. Cross-referenced. Infinite. He starts with medicine. Germ theory. Vaccination. Antiseptic surgery. He reads about Pasteur, Jenner, Lister, men who will not be born for 2 millennia. Each article links to another. Each discovery references a chain of previous discoveries. He realizes with growing horror that knowledge is not a library. It is a web. Pull one thread and nothing makes sense without the others. You cannot teach vaccination without teaching microbiology. You cannot teach microbiology without teaching chemistry. 81%. He moves to physics. He reads Newton's laws. Then Einstein's corrections. Then quantum mechanics correction of Einstein. Each century overturns the last. Each breakthrough is built on the rubble of the one before. He is trying to copy the answers from the back of the book, but the answers require the questions, and the questions require 2,000 years of asking. He clicks on history. And here, the screen becomes a mirror. He reads about Rome's conquest of Egypt. About Cleopatra's death. About the dark ages that follow when Rome crumbles. About the Crusades. The Black Death. The slave trade. The World Wars. Hiroshima. The Holocaust. He reads about 6 million Jews exterminated in camps designed with industrial efficiency. He stares at the photographs. He has no frame of reference for what he is seeing. He vomits on a scroll of Aristotle. 67%. He forces himself to continue. He reads about the future of Alexandria itself. Muslim conquest. Ottoman rule. British colonization. The Suez Canal. Modern Egypt. The city will survive, but the library will not. This building, this room, these scrolls he has devoted his life to organizing, they become a symbol. The greatest what if in intellectual history. What if the library had survived? He begins to download. He does not understand downloading, but he understands copying. He discovers he can save pages. He saves everything. Mathematics. Engineering. Agriculture. The entire Wikipedia article on the steam engine. Diagrams of water purification systems. The periodic table. Crop rotation. He saves medical procedures, appendectomy, cesarean section, trepanning done correctly instead of by guesswork. 52%. He starts making choices. He cannot save everything. The battery is finite. His time is finite. His papyrus supply is finite. So what matters most? What does humanity need first? He creates a list. Clean water. Crop yields. Infant mortality. Disease prevention. He ranks them. He is performing triage on the future of civilization. One man. One laptop. One night. At 38%, he pauses. He has been reading about war. About weapons. About gunpowder and rifles and nuclear bombs. And he realizes something that freezes him to his chair. If he saves the knowledge of medicine and agriculture, he accelerates civilization. But faster civilization means faster weapons. Faster empires. Faster Holocaust. The knowledge to save 1 million lives is inseparable from the knowledge to end 1 billion. He reads about the atomic scientists who built the bomb. Oppenheimer's quote, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." He reads about the scientists who tried to stop it, who signed petitions, who begged their governments, who were ignored. Knowledge, once released, cannot be contained. Every gift becomes a weapon. Every cure becomes a poison at the wrong dose. He is holding a laptop full of both. 24%. He has a decision to make. He has filled 40 scrolls with diagrams and instructions. Water filtration. Crop rotation. Basic surgery. The printing press. Glassmaking. Concrete formulas. Each scroll could save 1,000 lives. But he has also seen what happens when civilization accelerates. He has seen the trenches. The camps. The mushroom clouds. He has seen what humanity does when it gets powerful before it gets wise. He begins to burn the scrolls. One by one. The diagram of the steam engine goes first. Then the rifle. Then the formula for gunpowder, which in our timeline will not be invented in Europe for another 13 centuries. Each scroll curls and blackens in the oil lamp. He is performing his own private burning of Alexandria. Destroying knowledge to save the world from itself. He keeps 7 scrolls. Only 7. Water purification. Basic antiseptic procedure. Crop rotation. The concept of zero. The heliocentric model. A map of the world's continents. And one single scroll, containing the most dangerous piece of knowledge he can bear to preserve, the date and cause of every major plague for the next 2,000 years. Enough to save millions. Not enough to build a bomb. 6%. He uses the last of the battery to write a letter. Not on the laptop, on papyrus, in his own hand, in Greek. It is addressed to no one and everyone. It says, "I have seen what comes after us. The knowledge is beautiful and terrible. I have kept what heals and destroyed what kills. Forgive me if I chose wrong. The fire comes tomorrow. I will not stop it. Some things must burn so that better things can grow from the ash. The laptop dies at dawn. The screen goes black. The router's lights blink once and fade. The Wi-Fi signal that connected 48 BC to the future vanishes as if it never existed. Callimachus closes the laptop. Places it in a stone box. Seals it with pitch. And carries the 7 scrolls and the box to the deepest archive in the library, a vault cut into bedrock, designed to survive earthquakes. Designed, perhaps, to survive fire. 3 days later, the fire comes. Exactly as the internet described. Caesar's soldiers. The harbor. The ships. The warehouses. And then the library. 700,000 scrolls burn. The loss is incalculable. Callimachus dies in the fire. He does not run. He stands in the main reading hall as the roof collapses, surrounded by burning scrolls, and he is the only man in the building who knows that not everything is lost. The vault survives. The bedrock holds. The stone box and the 7 scrolls endure beneath the ruins for centuries. They are found in 1977 by an Egyptian archaeological team excavating the ancient library site. Inside the box, a laptop. Dead. Corroded. Unrecoverable. And beside it, 7 scrolls in perfect condition, containing knowledge that should not exist in 48 BC. Water purification. Antiseptic surgery. A complete world map. And a list of every plague from Rome to COVID. The scrolls are studied. Debated. Classified. Declassified. Published. Ignored by most. Believed by few. The heliocentric model is identical to Copernicus, written 15 centuries earlier. The plague dates match historical records with impossible accuracy. The world map includes coastlines that would not be charted for 1,000 years after the fire. No explanation is ever found. No explanation is possible. And tucked inside the 7th scroll, the one listing the plagues, is the letter. The librarian's farewell. Written in Greek that scholars describe as heartbroken but precise. A man who saw everything that was coming and chose to save only what could heal. Who burned the blueprints for engines and weapons and kept the recipe for clean water. Who watched his library die, knowing he was the only one who had already mourned it. The Library of Alexandria did not burn because of ignorance. It burned because of war. And the man who could have prevented every war that followed, who held the cheat codes to human civilization in a dying laptop, chose not to. Not because he was afraid. But because he was a librarian. And librarians understand something that conquerors never do: knowledge without wisdom is just a faster way to make the same mistakes. Some fires are necessary. Some knowledge must wait. And some questions are better left for the people who will live long enough to earn the answers. Chrono drop.